Hello there, I'm Michael Fox and you're welcome once again to Fox Country. My guest on the programme this week is Bernie Heaney from Newbridge in County Kildare, and here's the conversation I had with Bernie when I caught up with her recently. Bernie, delighted to have you on the programme today. Good that you could come and join us. And let's start our discussion. Tell us about your family background and how you came into music.
My family background, my mother is a Kildare woman, shortgrass woman. My dad is a Dublin man. I moved to England when I was very young, and I was reared in Coventry. We moved backward and forward. We were always coming home. We never really settled. So I was in amongst a big Irish community, you know that of course yourself, you know the community yes. I'm talking about. And that's how I got into music, because of course my family played music, my father and my mother and my brother. And then, of course, I started getting taken to the clubs and pubs when I was young, as you did back in them times.
So you had quite an early introduction to Irish music, Irish country music.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Who would have been your favourite artists at the times? Who did you really like listening to?
Really, a lot of the classics, Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn. I used to just think I was Loretta Lynn. Yes. And of course, Philomena Begley, Eileen King. I loved Eileen King. Anyone that really had black hair like me, I just thought, I'm going to be like them. And I got the chance to meet Eileen, actually, yes. and she was absolutely beautiful, wonderful person. Yes. And I told her that little story, that I wanted to be like her. So, yeah. So.
And you got your first job then in an Irish club?
Yes, that's
tell us about that.
I was in St Finbarr's Club collecting glasses, but I used to come up every week.
In Coventry.
In Coventry. I used to go up every week and stand outside the window and listen to the bands. And the guy, Joe McCarthy, who owned the club, used
yes.
to pass me by every week. And he then said to me, well, listen, why don't you come in and collect a few glasses and you'll hear them better inside.
You would have been listening to visiting bands and maybe also the local bands?
Yeah, well, yourself, of course. Black Velvet Band used to come
up.
Yes, very good band too, yeah. And you used to always get a great crowd, of course, Michael. Yeah, I used to listen. Yeah, you were very good. Finbarr's was a great spot. But I remember one band in particular, Louise Morrissey, come with her brothers, and she gave me a little play of her guitar. Yes. And it didn't have a hole in the middle. It was a beautiful guitar with wings. Yes. And I often asked Louise what happened. She actually gave it to her nephew. So I'd love to actually buy that guitar for Louise, but it's not up for sale yet. So that was really a big moment for me to actually play Louise Morrissey's guitar, you know. But yeah, Joe Dolan was massive. The Wolf Tones, of course, was always huge. I know they're not country, but I used to love the...
I think we all grew up on a diet of... those artists that you're mentioning.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So you had an opportunity to have a strum of Louise's guitar. Had you tried the guitar before that, or was that your first introduction and you thought, oh, I'd like to learn this instrument?
No, I was playing guitar. It just kind of came natural to me to play guitar because there was guitars all over our house. Dad played steel, my brother played guitar. Of course, the Hinches, Liam Hinch and all the Irish musicians in Coventry were a lot of the time in our house, you know the way. And so guitar was just natural to me, but to actually get to play Louise Morrissey's was a treat.
So you saved up and you bought your first guitar?
That's right,
and
yeah.
Do you still have that guitar? Or is that
I do,
right.
Yeah, I still have that guitar. I remember getting an Ovation guitar. I don't have that one, but the one I bought myself, I paid off it. It was in a second-hand shop, and I paid off every week with my wages from collecting glasses. And it was like winning the lotto when I actually finally came home with it, you know, and could get my teeth into my guitar, because it saved me borrowing everyone else's in the house. So it was great to have my own then, you know.
The Ovation guitars were very popular, weren't they? They had the rounded back.
Yes.
I got one at the same time as well. So you were surrounded by all these musical influences. Your own family were involved with creating music. You bought your first guitar. You started doing a few gigs, presumably, or when did that happen for you?
Yeah, well, when I worked in Finbarr's, of course, there was, of course, the Cohen's Trio, but they had 4 people in the band, so there should have been the 4-0. But any chance I could get working in Finbarr's, I would get up on stage with all the bands and sing and just... So that's kind of how I started. And of course, then when Dad was playing with the Hinches, or any benefit gigs that were around Coventry, I used to always get up and do my little spot. And then once I was confident on the guitar, I started to do little one-woman shows. Never really settled in any jobs. It was always whatever gig was on at the weekend was more important than the daytime job.
You got married in Coventry. You met your husband there, and moved back to Ireland.
Yeah.
Back to County Kildare, to Newbridge.
Yes, yes, yeah.
And you continued your musical career there. Did you start straight away, or did you leave for a while?
Well, I had a break for a while. I got married. I was only 19, and I remember we actually got married and had our reception in Finbars. And I remember at the time everyone was thinking we were mad getting married at such a young age, you know, but I'm still with him. 25 years later, giving away my age. No, but I had a little break from music then because I had children. I had three beautiful children, and like they all play instruments themselves.
There's still a lot of music in your house, and your children were growing up within that. They all went to stage school. One of them plays fiddle, the other plays the accordion, and now the young lad plays the drums and guitar. So we're a very noisy bunch, and I always wanted my children to have an instrument because I always felt they'll never go hungry once they can play an instrument, you know. And then they fell in love on me, Michael, and put the instruments away. How dare they? But they'll take them out when they need them. They have them. They'll always have them there. So you carried on with your own musical career. You continued as a one-woman show, did you? Or did you join a band or form a band? Or?
No, I used to do some trad sessions myself, and then a good friend of mine gave me a call, said that he was sick and could I do a gig for him as a one-woman show. Right. So that's where I started off again. I did that gig, and then I got the taste for it again. And the children were a bit hardy, and they were up. And of course, I have a great support system. I have a good husband. He's very, very good to me. He's, you know, we work as a good team. That's probably why we're still together. And he's very patient, which is why we're still together. But yeah, we're a good team. So he would work by day and I would play by night. So it worked out well.
That's a combination.
Yeah. And then one night we went to Longford, where Brian's father is from. He was sick. And of course, to make him better, we took him to the pub to get a couple of hot whiskies. And I met a couple called Chuck and June Owens.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And they had a son called Jonathan Owens that recorded people.
That's right.
So I decided to record a song, 18 Meals and a Dozen Roses, because my father is a lorry driver, and I thought it was a kind of fitting song just to start recording. I hadn't recorded before. So then I went to another song, and eventually I ended up with an album. So and it was great that people wanted to hear the songs. So that was a dream I had for years, and I never really thought after having children and kind of being older that it would happen, but it did, thank God.
You brought us nicely to the title of the album.
Dare to Dream, yes. Yeah. It was a dream, and it was a dream come true. And when to be driving home from a gig, someone would play a Bernie Heaney song, I'd nearly crash the car.
Is that me they're listening to?
Yeah. So that's always great.
And how did you feel when you were hearing yourself on various radio stations? And great feeling.
Yeah, great feeling. And I remember my kids, they're so funny. They say, "Mama's on the radio." You know, anytime I'd come on, and they'd all come down from their rooms, which is where they mainly spend their time, and we'd all come down and listen to the radio. Or if we had a new single coming out, we'd all huddle around and hear it. So it's always exciting, even now.
It was. And of course, you've moved into the world of making videos of some of your songs.
Yeah, that's always great fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I love making the videos, I have to say. Yeah, it's always great because it kind of gives the song a new life. It brings the song to life, really, you know. So the videos are great, I have to say. I enjoy making them.
Well, let's have a look at one of your videos now. Would you like to introduce it for us?
Yeah, that'd be great. This is Paint the Town Tonight. It was actually filmed and recorded in Newbridge, in my hometown. So this is Paint the Town Tonight.
Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the show. Now, before I chat further to Bernie Heaney, let's have a look at Bernie's latest video, I've Just Seen a Face.
I've just seen a face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. He's just the boy for me, and I want all the world to see we've met. La 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 la. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, but I have never been aware. But as it is, I'll dream of him tonight. La 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 la. Falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again. I have never known the likes of this. I've been alone and I have missed things and kept out of sight, where other guys were never quite like this. La 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 la. Falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again. I've just seen a face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. He's just the boy for me, and I want all the world to see we've met. La 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 la. Falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again. Oh, I'm falling, yes I am falling, and he keeps calling me back again.
Well, that was great, Bernie. I enjoyed that. I'm sure our viewers did as well. Now, apart from pursuing your own solo music career and developing your own show, you've embarked on a new venture with the Honky Tonk Angels.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
That's the Honky Tonk Angels. Lorraine MacDonald and Cece Cooper and myself decided that we would, I decided, I heard a song I liked, and I decided I need to find two other angels to sing this song with me.
The song was?
The song is called Hush Hush.
Hush Hush.
And the girls were quite happy to come along and do the song with me. They loved the song too. So we recorded it. Of course, then we done that amazing video. That was filmed in Lorraine MacDonald's mother's garden, who kept feeding us all day. So we had a great day. And then we made the video, but we got such a reaction to just that one song. We decided now we're actually on our second song. So we're hoping to embark on a tour next year, or
Very
sort of
good.
late this year. You know, so
Could there be an album in the
Absolutely.
offing from the Honky Tonk Angels?
yeah, there's an album on its way. We're recording in Jonathan Owens again, and Wayne, of course, is doing a few songs for us. So yeah, there is an album on the way, and there is a tour on the way. So and the girls are great fun. Absolutely, they're like two sisters to me now, Michael. Actually, yeah, they're great fun. That's why I laugh when I hear anyone mention them, because they're both really nice. And they're both in the business, as you know. Lorraine MacDonald has been in music forever.
Of course, yeah.
And Cece Cooper has been in music for a number of years now, and she's amazing in her own right. Both of them are. So I was lucky to get the girls to come on board with me, and we're a good team.
Tour, would this be a concert tour, or would it be at the dance venues? How do you see that?
It's going to be a concert tour.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a concert tour, and we're on a lot of festivals this year already.
Very good.
Yes, we're going to Scotland in November, so I'm hoping now that it'd be great to get on some cruises and some holidays as well with them, because the girls are absolutely great, you know.
Well, who knows? That's all to come.
Yes, yeah.
And will the tour be just in Ireland, or would you be going across the water maybe to Coventry, Birmingham, the Midlands of England?
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be absolutely great to take it out of the country, yes. But we're going to do our Irish tour first and see how we get on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
anything that comes from that, we'll take it. We'll be delighted to.
And are you working on the show at the moment? Are you
We are.
planning it and rehearsing? And
Yeah, we're rehearsing and we're getting our sets together, and it's going to be, you know, there's going to be something for everybody in it, because we're going through the legends of country music women, do you know? So there's going to be something for everyone
That's
in the
a nice
tour.
theme.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, the likes of Loretta, Tammy, Dolly, all the really big names of you know, country music women that that have sort of been our influences as well.
Yes.
So it's
You're sort of coming full circle back to your first love there, aren't you?
yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. And I have Bagseed being Loretta Lynn, because, you know, she's my idol and I just look like her. So.
Yeah. I guess we'll all have to have an idol in the music business.
Yes,
If,
yeah. So yeah, the tour should be exciting. It should be very good. We're hoping anyway. And we're, like I say, we're working on it now,
Yeah.
and we've some good people behind us too.
That's
you know.
great. Well, we've talked about your solo career. We've talked about the Honky Tonks. Have you any sort of long-term aspirations beyond that, or have you even thought about it? Where do you see Bernie Heaney going in the future?
Well, like I say, Michael, just on tour, hopefully to get on some of these holidays and as many festivals as I can get on. The ultimate would be to have my own band. I mean, that would be great to have my own band on the road. And
Yeah.
down the line, please God, that will happen,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I definitely do see that happening. And yeah, just touring around and playing music, just doing what I love. That's really that's my aspiration, just to keep playing music and doing what I love. And of course, another album on the way, so my own album on the way. So yeah, so
That's great. Bernie, I'm delighted you could come and talk to us today. I've enjoyed our conversation, and on behalf of ourselves, can we wish you every success in the future, not only with your own show, but with Cece Cooper and with Lorraine MacDonald in the Honky Tonk Angels. And I'm sure you're going to have a great time.
yeah. And you'll have to come to one of the shows, Michael.
I will indeed.
Yeah, and thank you so much for
I'll be
having
the front
me
row.
today. Yeah, oh God.
And my thanks again to Bernie Heaney for joining me on today's show. Now, my guest on the show next week will be Eamon Jackson from County Cavan, and I hope that you enjoy me for that. We'll finish today's show now with a video from Justin McGurk called What's the Crack?
How is it going? What is the crack? Things haven't been the same, but I'm so glad that you're back. I can't believe it's been so long. Remember how we used to sing along to that old song? Whenever you left, it broke my heart back when you were my girl. Now you're home and talking like you're a woman of the world. So let's pick up where we left off. We'll be better this time round. I'm not losing you again, my love. Holding on to you this time. But you had to leave and follow your dreams. I hope they all came true for you. I'm crazy about you still. So where have you been? Tell me everywhere. You're so lucky that you've seen the world. Well, I've just been here and there. So tell me all you've done and seen, every last detail. Me and the boys have still got the band, and we're doing pretty well. Come and see us play tonight down at the hotel. We can book a room if you like, and a bottle of Zinfandel. How is it going? What is the crack? My feelings haven't changed for you. I think we should get back together again, you and me. I can see that twinkle in your eyes. Won't you tell me how you feel? So let's pick up where we left off. We'll be better this time round. I'm not losing you again, my love. I'm holding on to you this time. I can't believe it's been so long. Remember how we used to sing along to that old song?